All right. We're going to be doing a live reaction of Sydney, Australia walking tour. Okay. It's going to be pretty nice. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and just jump on into this. And if I get some viewers in here want to commentate and suggest reactions, maybe I'll get a little list going or something. I can't do every suggestion, of course, but you know, if there's something that sticks out to me or just seems just all around intriguing, then I'll probably end up doing it. Also, if you're new to the channel, my name is Charlie. Nice to meet you. And also, I just recently became monetized and have the ability to accept super chats now. So if you guys have a super chat or have, you want to donate to the channel, support the channel, anything like that, you can do that through super chats. Or as always, I do have a link to a spot where you can actually just donate to the channel without going through super chat, because the super chat does take fees. So without further ado, without me rambling on anymore, we're going to check out the Sydney, Australia city tour.
Sydney is in the southeast of Australia and has over 4.5 million inhabitants. Because of its beautiful location on the Pacific Ocean, its 300 sunny days per year, and its life-loving inhabitants, this city is one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Yeah.
Sydney is full of sights, and you need far more than a day to visit just a part of it. The city tour begins in Sydney's Chinatown. In addition to the many small shops, you should plan more than an hour for the China Market, Market City, or Paddy's Market. Unbelievable what is offered at over 600 booths.
Very much Asian influence here, Chinatown. Oh wow, did you see that dude's? And he got those dreads in his beard too. Nice. Little mechanical puppies. Oh, those are cool. Boomerangs. It'd be cool to get an authentic one. Some creepy looking masks.
Darling Harbour is nearby. Here you can take a break or visit the many shops around the harbour.
Caramel apples. What is that? Okay. That ice cream or chocolate? Fudge.
If you want to get to know the animal world of Australia, visit the Wildlife Sydney Zoo at Darling Harbour.
Alright. What is that, a praying mantis? Also, I have had a ton of requests for me to get a P.O. box. I've had a lot of people asking about a P.O. box so that they can send me stuff. I'm currently trying to figure that out. I'm low on funds. So I do have a fund that I am trying to save up to get a PO box. If anybody does feel like they want to donate to the channel and support that, there is a link in the description or on my channel page. I should have a link somewhere in the about section or in any video that I have actually. There'll be a link to my PayPal or the Stream Elements link, which will be in the description of my live videos, which it essentially goes through PayPal anyways
Street
too.
With many shops, gastronomy and passages. A highlight of the George Street is the Queen Victoria building, which is home of one of the most beautiful shopping malls in the world.
What was this?
Building, which is home of one of the most beautiful shopping malls in the world.
Queen Victoria. Yeah, and then the thing at the top. Although our courthouse does not look anything as elegant as that. It's a lot smaller, of course.
East of the George Street are large parks. Beautiful is the Hyde Park with its Archibald Fountain.
Where are you guys viewing from? There's a couple viewers here. You guys from Australia?
In the north, between the end of the George Street and the parks, is the Rocks, the ferry port with the world-famous Sydney Opera House and the view of the famous Harbour Bridge. Along the harbour promenade full of tourists, street artists present their skills.
The Opera House, I would love to go see that. Have you guys been there? Are you from Australia, actually? If you have, let me know if you've been to the Opera House. And is it as amazing in real life as it looks like in the pictures? I mean, it's probably way cooler in real life, actually. I mean, look at that. I was hoping it would be more of like a walking tour. I may find another one after this if we have time. There we go. Didgeridoo. What in the world? How does that not hurt? That's crazy. She could hide in somebody's duffel bag and sneak into another country.
Just before the Harbour Bridge at the end of the George Street is the Rocks Market, an outdoor market, and small shops display their craftsmanship.
Oh, cool. Glass blowing's really, really cool. I would love to be able to do that.
Worth is a trip to the Sydney Fish Market west of the centre. The colors of the fresh seafood are unbelievable.
Good at all. Oh wait, that's crab or something in it. It's just something about bugs. Yeah, that don't look good. All main bugs live. I guess shrimp and crab and stuff is kind of like a bug of the fucking ocean, huh? And those fish look terrified. They had a shocked look on their face. You don't want to get ate. What in the world? One of those bug
To a
things?
visit of Sydney
That's
belongs the
crazy.
trip to Bondi Beach. The first stop on the way
Bondi.
is the Mrs. Macquarie's Point with a magnificent view of the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge.
No, Oprah House, he said. She's rich enough, she could probably buy it. Man, Caroline, if I could go to Melbourne,
Next
that would
stop
be
is
amazing,
Gap
but
Bluff
I
in
am
Watson
broke.
Bay. Here,
I'm
11
stuck in America
kilometers
with
from the
bills,
city center, you
unfortunately.
have a magnificent view back to the city bay. Next stop is Gap Bluff in Watson
Bluff.
Bay. Here, 11 kilometers from the city center, you have a magnificent view back to the city and a wonderful view of the Pacific Ocean.
Nice. Yeah, that would be cool though to really actually go over there though. I mean, and just check out the culture, the street food, the music. Melbourne's supposed to be like the most livable city on the planet, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Damn, it's a hell of a cliff.
From there, it's not far to the famous Bondi Beach. Blue sky, blue sea, and a
Bondi
wonderful
Beach.
sandy beach invite to relax.
Somehow 20 people are walking through the sand.
Like, I'll have to adjust my chat box. It
The
doesn't show up
sun
the whole.
started speaking out slowly
evidently.
going down.
Cuts it off after insane, unless it's just showing that
Walking
way
for
up on my
miles
screen.
and miles with heavy things in our hands.
But again, guys, I've only been doing this today is actually 2 months since I've started my channel. Already at, I believe, almost 1,800 subscribers. It's growing fast. Thank you for all the support. I do appreciate it. A lot faster than I thought it would grow, to be honest with you.
Sydney offers endless possibilities to spend the evening. Darling Harbour is just one of the places full of visitors in a city with 24 hours of entertainment.
Well, there's this one. And that does look pretty damn cool. Yeah, right? Lockdown music right there. Alright, so let me see. Let me see what else we got here. Right here, walking tour. Yeah, we'll do this one. Which I need to bookmark this so that I can put the link to the original video in the description section. So I will do that after the video is not live. Once it goes up as a regular video, I will update and add this link. And if anybody wants to go to this and check out the original video as well. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. This is just literally we're just walking through the city. Nice. We're taller than those people. And the architecture is pretty nice there, though, huh? That's crazy. $10 a.m., huh? Google lied to me. It said like 11. Oh, and it's Saturday there. See, these time zone things. Still trying to get used to the time zone things since I do have a worldwide audience. But I figured Australia I would probably have a better chance of people in Australia being awake than like Europe. I do a lot of European reactions as well. Netherlands, Germany, places like that, UK. But I believe they're 6 hours ahead of us right now. Yeah, so it's like 1 in the morning there. Wonder what I'm hearing. I wonder what that sound was.
We all need God's forgiveness.
Okay, I was wondering who was talking. It's that dude. Alright. I looked away from my screen. I was trying to look up at the comments here.
Short of the glory of God. And the word of God tells us that all wrongdoing is sin. And each and every one of us know in our heart of hearts that we have said something and done something and so long
So is this like the city center sort of thing? Because this is like a pretty big, wide open area of just asphalt or concrete or whatever. That's pretty cool. So is there tram or like trolleys there? Because it looks like there's rails on the road. They're like trolleys like there's in San Francisco. Feature. Yeah, see, where I'm at don't look like this. I'm not in a big city, though. I'm in a smaller city. Town, probably. I don't even know if it's actually considered a city. I've lived in bigger cities, but they didn't look as cool as that. And there's a lot of people. This is certainly before lockdown. Well, 2020, so... Maybe it was probably before the... Well, I mean, everybody is wearing masks, too, so... Wonder what... Yeah, I'll check later. Trams are in Melbourne? Cool. Well, actually, this is supposed to be Sydney. They probably got them here, too, though. Because it does look like there's rails on the road. It's just crazy though, being downtown in a city and you can hear a lot of birds. Not as common here. You go to Chicago, you ain't hear no birds like that. It actually sounds like a pretty quiet city. Unless their microphone's just not picking up a lot of background noise. Okay, so it's a little bit of a historical section here. It looks like a lot of older buildings in this area. A lot of cool looking buildings too with that balcony. Is that a balcony that wraps around? It looked like there was a balcony that wrapped around the corner of that building. That was pretty neat. Anyways, if you are new to the channel, my name is Charlie. Nice to meet you. I am from northern Indiana in the Midwest of the United States. Yeah, see the bird noises. See, like, if you're not in like the big city, you know, you'll hear bird noises and stuff when you're out in the countryside or in a smaller town, but definitely not when you're in the city. I mean, maybe by the park or something, but not downtown. It's just honking cars and engines and just city noise. So, you guys have seasons that are backwards from us here in North America, I believe. So we're getting ready to go into like winter here. I think we're in fall right now. You guys are getting ready to go back into summer, right? You in winter now, or? So it's a nice little hill there. You know, that building there, is that finished? I think I seen a picture or something, or a video that I was doing. Yeah, and it was that video. I think it might have been, or that building, I think it was finished though. Not quite sure. Hello, nice to meet you by the way. You're in spring now? Nice. I wish it was just starting spring here. It's starting to get cold again. Are you guys' winters even that cold though, or is it just kind of mild? Like, do you get snow and like blizzard type weather there? Yeah, so there's not even a lot of traffic there, it seems like. Up north's the wet season and dry season. Yeah, Australia has a lot of different stuff. I believe there is like rainforest there. There's desert. Happens to be the driest climate, or the driest country, continent, whatever, I believe. Drier than Africa, which is crazy to think about. But Africa also has a lot of like jungle, like with the Congo and stuff right in the middle. Wonder how tall this guy is that's filming. He seems pretty tall, unless it's, maybe he's wearing the camera on top of his head, like a GoPro or something. Degrees Celsius. I'm gonna have to see what that is in Fahrenheit, because we're ass backwards here in America. Everything's Fahrenheit for some reason. That would make sense when the rest of the damn world doesn't use Fahrenheit. So 20 Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay, so 68 degrees. That's not bad. It's just a bit chilly. $45 or $50 Celsius. Greetings to the Netherlands. I have a lot of viewers from the Netherlands. Actually, I do a lot of reactions to videos from the Netherlands. But check it out, if you don't mind. So 50 degrees Celsius. Let's see what that would actually be here. Oh wow, 122 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's hot. And it, you know, it does look pretty American there, don't it? But then again, Australia is also spawned from like Britain and, you know, just like America. So it's like, it's kind of like a sister country to us, I believe. More modern though than what we have around where I'm at least. And there's modern buildings in Chicago, but they're not all like crazy cool looking. That one looks cool though. You know, I'm curious about that question also, because there is spiders. Like, I think like some of the most world's dangerous, most deadliest spiders live in Australia. Melbourne nightlife and street art scene. All right. In fact, we'll just go ahead and do that now. Melbourne nightlife. In Celsius. We're gonna check out some
Alcohol.
uncut nightlife right here.
Bourbon. I don't know.
It's the people, it's the music, it's the crowd.
All right. Just don't fuck with the animals and they don't fuck with you. It makes sense.
Question to an answer.
So 10 Celsius. Let's see what that is.
Well, yeah.
We hear it's the best bar in Melbourne. Is it really?
Well, it is. It's the people
Oh,
that
50?
make it.
That's not bad. That's not
It's
even
the owner
freezing.
that makes it.
The owner doesn't want to talk. Why? Do you reckon he has something to hide, or?
No, it's got nothing to hide.
We even said we'd blur his face out, but he doesn't want to talk.
Why would you blow his face out?
Well, he must want to hide.
There's some people that just don't like the camera.
Yeah.
And you got other people that love
Is
the
that your
camera.
real eye color? Is it?
I don't really mind. I don't care for the camera either. I'm actually just trying to get used to being on camera myself.
What website?
Not a current affair. Not Today Tonight. Fortitude Valley.
Indrapilli. Come back.
I'll give you $100.
She want that money.
Visiting Kempsey in Melbourne. She's from Sydney. She should have been in Europe, but she's had an injury.
Yes.
Tell us what happened as you fell down the flight of stairs.
Fell down a flight of stairs in Stonewall and I broke my Liz Frank joint and I have 4 pins in my foot.
Liz
and
Frank
I'm due to
joint,
have
what
them
is
out
that?
shortly. It's my life. It's sad as it is. It's
Jenna, it's not that sad. How
It's
many
me.
drunk injuries have you had?
4.
4.
I heard about the
Is it your
drop bear
fault?
thing.
No,
Yeah.
approximately. I can't remember them all.
So you should have been in Europe, but instead you're in Melbourne with an injury.
Street art
What about the
Melbourne.
last time?
Gotcha.
Should you have been somewhere else when you were injured, or?
No, no.
Right here, best locations. Again, I gotta bookmark that so that I can put any links that I use in the description. No copyright issues here. Or at least that's the plan.
Vlog number 2.
Nice.
Art is a small word, but can have different interpretations for everyone. Melbourne has a thriving art scene, especially that of street art, which attracts not only tourists, but locals also. Street art is predominantly...
Sorry, guys. An Australian turns 18. She has to fight a kangaroo in New Zealand. Nice.
that of street art, which attracts not only tourists, but locals also. Street art is predominantly legal in the city and inner city suburbs, if artists have permission from the owners of the buildings that they're working on. It's embedded in our
Nice.
culture, just like coffee is for us, and can be seen everywhere. It's
Coffee.
always evolving in Melbourne, as the alleyways,
Speaking of
secret
that.
lanes, and murals are constantly changing. I like to compartmentalize Melbourne's street art into 3 categories. Each
That's
aspect
neat.
has an underlining motive behind it that the art or the artist is trying to project. Number 1. The reality of the world. Political issues,
There's those
ads,
tram
and any
lines.
form of entertainment come under this element. It's what society feels important in the modern age that inspires Melbourne street artists to use their artistic skills to portray these aspects thoroughly. This example can be found walking out of Melbourne Central's Swanston Street exit. It can be upcoming movie promos or ads by companies that's visible when walking out of one of the busiest
Wow.
stations in Melbourne, as the promos are painted meticulously. Coming back
That's
to
nuts.
controversial murals, Hosier Lane is an amazing place to visit.
So I'm at Hosier Lane right now, and this is Melbourne's biggest and most busiest art alleyway.
I like all sorts of music. I'm not like heavy metal's not like my favorite. Depends on the mood. I like Pink Floyd. I like all sorts of stuff. System of a Down, it's kind of heavy. It's not necessarily heavy metal. Arnhem, Netherlands. Nice. I'll have to check that out as well. I like all kinds of music really. Reggae. I get into a lot of reggae lately, but I'm open to anything.
to visit. So I'm at Hosier Lane right now, and this is Melbourne's biggest and most busiest art alleyway, and it's packed today.
Arnhem, Netherlands. I'm gonna have to remember that. Or Arnhem. I probably butchered the
The
pronunciation of
mural
that.
of Egg Boy was painted in
I'm
Hosier
sorry.
Lane, which shined the ongoing issue of racism by Australian politicians. Depicts again the reality of the world, and we see the boy who cracked
Yeah,
the egg
Zeppelin's
on
good.
Fraser Anning's head hailed as a hero. Unfortunately, the mural was painted over 3 times with white paint by supporters of Anning. Eventually, the mural was painted again by anti-racist activists saying, "No room for racism." Anyway, Hosier Lane is an awesome place to visit while there are other...
Man, there's some good
pieces of
artists there.
graffiti still there. Number 2, the reality of other people. This is where street art gets interesting. This element is very personal. Melburnians use this aspect to really express themselves. Advertising the
wish.
next movie or a business really does not matter here. When you look at this kind of art, you are looking at the reality of the person who made it. It does not matter here. Really
I can't even get a P.O. box open right now. I wish I had the money to come down to Melbourne. You know what I mean? Speaking of that, if anybody does feel like they want to do, I can't even talk, donate to the channel to help me get a P.O. box set up so that you guys can send me stuff to do unboxing/review videos of, there will be a donation link in the description section down below. Do not donate if you don't want to. Completely up to you. And I appreciate it if you do.
express themselves. Advertising the next movie or a business really does not matter here. When you look at this kind of art, you are looking at the reality of the person who made it.
That's
Whoever
cool.
it is, he or she is trying to convey their ideologies to the world. These kinds of artworks don't always have to be huge as some murals are, and they are minuscule in nature. The reality might not be pleasant also, like some, it can be dark and thought-provoking. If you
See,
really want to take
I wish that the place that I was from was like that because it is boring here, guys. I'm telling you, it is boring. We don't have that culture and that kind of, I mean, man, that would be so cool. Like, I feel like I should have been in a place like that.
reality might not be pleasant also, like some, it can be dark and thought-provoking. If you really want a taste of this reality, then head over to Pressgrave Place. It's a hidden alleyway located behind the 30mm coffee shop. So this is one of my favorite
Nice.
places in the city. It's called Pressgrave Place. A friend showed me this a couple of years ago, and every time I come to the city and I really want to look at art, I always come here. It's full of peculiar artwork everywhere, and people just come and hang in their own artwork.
Even the street ball. Yum.
Man, I love this city.
Number 3, the reality of yourself. Art has the power to take you out of yourself from reality. From endless cycles of thoughts and worries, it has the ability to bring you to the present moment, which is a difficult trance to achieve. It can evoke emotions
Man.
of such that push us into deep thought. A place I really like to come to enter this reality is Croft Alley. So I'm at Croft Alley now. This place is a bit hard to find, but once you do, there's a hidden bar located in the corner of the alley, and this whole place is covered with street art on the wall.
If you guys are new to the channel, hello, how is it going? My name is Charlie. I do reactions on all
This
sorts of
claustrophobic alley
countries, cultures, various differences between America and this country, whatever, all sorts of stuff, really. So there's a little bit of something for everybody on my channel. Please go check it out. Subscribe if you want to. I appreciate it. You don't have to. It's up to you. That
This
is cool.
claustrophobic alley can
Man.
overwhelm you. You can either be lost in thought or be completely present.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things about Melbourne.
I am so tired. My legs are dead from walking so much today, but it was worth every moment. Melbourne has such an amazing art scene. It's peculiar, eccentric, and just so intricate at the same time. But you can just get lost in all these different realities depending on who painted it, why it was painted, or if it's just randomly there by some random person. I want to thank everyone who's been watching my
Man.
videos and subscribing.
I wanna
and
go
liking
there
and sharing. You guys are awesome.
and
You guys
put
know who you are. I have
some
so much fun making
artwork
these
up.
vlogs/videos, and it's just such a fun experience. Finally, I will be talking about some notable mentions that I didn't talk about in the start of the video. Make sure to keep watching. If you're new to Melbourne, or if you've been living in Melbourne for a few years now and
you know someone who likes art, or if you like art, you should just go and visit these places.
Go check out Melbourne, guys.
Peeking around the
Definitely.
corner from Chinatown's hustle and bustle doesn't do Tattersall's Lane justice. You need to stroll down this narrow alleyway to discover some great street art and a cool bar.
That's crazy, though. I have got to see this in real life.
When it comes to uptown vibes, street
I got to
food
do a
and
world
old school
tour,
grind,
guys.
Duckboard
That's what I got to
Place is the
do.
place to go. Covered head to toe in street art and gig
Where is it?
posters,
Sorry.
the cool and old.
Duckboard place, huh?
When it comes to uptown vibes, street.
How is it going, Ruben? How is it going, Alec? My name is Charlie. Nice to meet you.
Cool and old school grime, Duckboard Place is the place to go. Covered head to toe in street art and gig posters, the lane is home to innovative
Checking out
Chinese
some
eatery,
Melbourne street art at the moment.
the Indian-inspired flavors of Tonka, a Danish steakhouse, and a wine bar.
Gordy, hello.
Walking through Duckboard Place, you'll stumble upon AC/DC Lane.
Nice.
Named after the Australian musical heroes, AC/DC Lane is the physical.
Wow. I knew that they were not from the United States. I honestly didn't even check into it. I assumed they were British. I did not know they were Australian. What? I love AC/DC.
Embodiment of Melbourne's love affair with down and dirty rock and roll.
Nice.
Finally, take a stroll down Myers Place, one of Melbourne's oldest alleyways. Selected as one of the pilot projects for the city's new Green Your Laneways campaign, the laneways' grey walls were brought to life by amazing green galleries.
Australian silo
Again, guys,
art.
thank you so much for watching my video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. This is part
Questions
one of 3 of the
about
Melbourne CBD series.
the Netherlands.
I'm excited.
I did a video on the trash things in, I believe it was Amsterdam, and I guess you guys don't have like trash bins or like trash cans or whatever. And some comments were saying that that was only in the city, that out in the countryside that there is trash cans and all that sort of thing. So I guess that would be a question. You don't have to answer it. It's up to you. Netherlands. Yeah, do you guys actually have cities that have the canals like in Venice where the buildings are just right up to it and you can only access it with the boat? That would be another question I have. Let me see here. Since we're doing more Australia stuff in here, I'm going to check out the silo art just because I love art. Right here, the very best of Australian silo art, 2019. That's pretty cool. And is that on a weekly schedule? Wow. Imagine the time it would take to actually be able to do that, you know? That's cool with the light shining through it. That's a good shot. That's crazy. Why don't we do this here in America, guys? Gaituma. Okay, so not full cities. Yeah, I did a video on it. It was a reaction to like what it was either what to do in Venice or what not to do in Venice. I've done a lot of reactions lately in my brain, you know, trying to think on the spot, but I draw blanks and shit. But anyways, the main focus though is the canals. It's just so incredible to see the canals over there. and the buildings are just right up against it. Like, it's just nuts. These artists, though, these are amazing. That looks like, besides the silo art, that looked like Indiana. Yeah, it's weekly here. Mine's every Friday. Okay, so to clean the containers outside in the Netherlands, it's not daily then, because in the video, or maybe because the video was focused more on Amsterdam, it was saying that they come through daily and they empty those containers. So maybe that was wrong. Can you put? Well, no, I guess these comments will. If this comment doesn't stay up after the video goes live, would you be able to re-comment that? Because I'm not going to be able to remember that. I don't even know what it. I don't know what it means. I don't speak Netherlands or Dutch. Sorry. Okay, so the bins aren't everywhere, or so it's just depends on kind of like where you are. Man, these artwork pieces though, that is crazy. That's cool. I wish, I wish I could travel. Unfortunately, I am low on funds, so there's that. Maybe here in the next couple years, if things pick up and I can afford to go travel, then I would definitely would love to go travel and see the world. And that's kind of partly, I'm doing this YouTube channel just learning about the world, so maybe the next year or two just spend learning everything I can learn, and then hopefully be able to have a chance and have the finances to be able to do that sometime. That would be amazing. And it's hard to make time too. I mean, a lot of stuff in life. Yeah, I wish they did the silos like that here. That's really cool. Wonder if they use scaffolding to get up there. Like, how do they? Wonder how they actually get up there to do it. Is there a lot of cowboys there too? Oh yeah, you are the one that commented on that. I thought your name sounded super, super, super familiar. I do awesome, amazing offer. I do appreciate it. But taking the time and the money to actually, I got to get a passport. I'd have to get a plane ticket to actually get over there, and then I got the girlfriend and the kid and stuff. And I don't know. It's definitely a thought, man. It's tempting. It's tempting for sure. Yeah, the cars do mess up everything, don't they? I appreciate it, man. I really do. That would be amazing. Like a little Star Wars feel to that, huh? Guess we're just gonna keep with the Australia theme since that's I named the live stream. I don't think I can update the name of it while I'm live. I don't know how to. I'm only been doing this a couple months, so I'm still trying to figure everything out. But we'll just go ahead and stick on the Australia theme for the moment. I probably only have time to do another video. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of the people actually just live like around the outside. Um, next to the ocean, I believe. Let's see here. Just gonna type in Australia and see what comes up, if there's anything interesting. Cost of living in Sydney. There we go. How expensive is Sydney? Interesting.
Hey guys, it's Nick and Helmi and welcome back to the channel. We live here in Sydney, Australia. So we thought it was about time we made a video on how much it actually costs to live here in Sydney.
Yeah, how much does this cost?
Sydney ain't cheap. So this is gonna be good for those who are thinking of coming down to Sydney for the very first time to study, to live, to work. But stay till the end, guys, because we might just save you some money through our tips and tricks.
Oh yeah, save that money. Is that a rock? That was a cool looking rock, or maybe that was coral.
To give you some perspective, Sydney is actually one of the most...
Go back. What is that? Is that coral?
To give you some perspective, Sydney is actually one of the most expensive cities to live in the world. Now let's talk about income before we talk about cost. On average, people in Sydney earn roughly about $75,000 per year. That's about 4,700 net into your bank account. Now, maybe it sounds great, but our tax is actually quite high. So the tax is from 19% all the way to 45%. So
speaking of Tasmania, I actually just recently found out it was part of Australia. I thought it was its own country. Honestly, I am a dumb American. I am on this learning journey for a reason, guys.
The tax is from 19% all the way to 45%.
Wow.
So the higher
That's a lot
your
of
income,
taxes.
the higher tax you gotta pay. And in terms of the income, it also depends on your occupation. So it could be lower than 75,000 and also it could be higher than 75,000.
Okay, so we're up to accommodation now because it's one of the biggest spending here in Sydney. It's a fixed cost here, you gotta pay every month. Now, generally there is three different...
Don't you have to pay every month anywhere, everywhere? Yeah, but see, taxes are higher everywhere else. And I guess it does sound crazy, you know, to me or whatever, but we don't get no benefits. We have low taxes, but we don't get nothing for it, right? You guys got like free healthcare. You got like all these things that like help out with things that we don't necessarily have. And the government doesn't really put much money into our economy. They just waste it on like wars and shit.
It's a fixed cost here, you gotta pay every month. Now, generally there is three different ways that you can rent here in Sydney. You can either rent an apartment, like this apartment complex behind me. Looks beautiful actually. And then there are houses and also rooms as well. Now the prices will vary depending on
I am definitely learning now. That is definitely for sure. So learning experience for all of us. I'm bringing videos to you guys you may have never even decided to watch before, and you know, we're watching them together, learning together. It's nice.
Houses and also rooms as well. Now the prices will vary depending on the location that you are in. The closer you are to the Sydney CBD would be a lot more expensive. But if you're further out from Sydney CBD, it's a lot cheaper. Now a one-bedroom apartment like in the apartment complex here behind me, you're looking at around $500. A two-bedroom apartment is around $600 per week. A three-bedroom here could cost you around $800 per week. If you're looking to rent a...
That is true. They got that complex. They want to be the biggest military or something, you know.
A three-bedroom here could cost you around $800 per week. If you're looking to rent a house, it can start from around $850 per week to over $1,000 per week.
Wow.
Now, it all depends on how big the house is and how many rooms you've got as well. The best way to check apartment and houses, what's available in the market, you can check out Gumtree or you can check out realestate.com.au or domain.com.au.
Well, go check that out, guys, if you want to go buy some stuff, go rent some places.
Rooms, they can start for around $250 per week. But with rooms, generally, all the bills are included. One of the best ways to find what rooms are available, you can check out flatmates.com.au.
With accommodation, the price that you see is only the place. I know. So you have to pay utility bill. So there are two types of utility bill that you have to pay as a tenant. which is
Usually.
the gas bill and electricity bill. Bear in mind, for the water bill, it will be paid by your landlord. So you can always open your cold water and drink it safely. Then in terms of the
Would you not be able to drink it safely? What? Am I missing something here?
For the water bill, it will be paid by your landlord. So you can always open your cold water and drink it.
So it'll be paid
safely.
for the landlord. If the landlord didn't pay for it, it would be unsafe to drink? I don't understand. I'm losing some here.
And in terms of the electricity and gas bill, it always depends on how you use it. So for example, like me and Nick, we actually pay about $200 on electricity and $250 to $300 for gas per quarter. And it's good to always compare with different providers that can give you good prices.
About what it is here, maybe a little more. Or no, it would be more per quarter. That's 3 months, not 4.
To start your day with a good cup of coffee, something that I love here in Sydney. If you're in Sydney, you definitely need to try their cup of coffee. They're great. All right, let's talk about eating out now. In a cafe like this one, a cup of coffee can cost about $3.50. Now, we got some simple stuff to start our breakfast, but the food can range between $8 to $20 easily. At Helmy's avocado toast is about $8.
Yeah.
My scrambled egg is about $13. And then you go to the food court, it's about $10 to $15.
That's expensive. But yeah, yeah, there's a lot of helpful people, a lot of friendly people in Australia. That is one thing I noticed.
You go to pubs and bars, a glass of beer can cost about $10 to $15.
Wow.
But sometimes there's happy hours, so it's really cheap, around $7. And then of course you've got the fine dining option out there, and that can cost easily between $150 to $200 per person.
A plate of food, $200. Who needs $200 in a plate of food? That is ridiculous. I don't care how good that lobster tastes. $200? You know how many double cheeseburgers I can get at McDonald's for $200? Wow.
But if you want to save money, well, just cook at home.
That's right. One of the ways to save is definitely to cook at home. Now let's talk about grocery costs here in Australia.
Let's talk about it.
There are two major supermarkets. One is Coles and the other one is Woolies.
We got a Coles, but it starts with, it's like KOHLS. It's like a clothing department store though.
There are two major supermarkets. One is Coles and the other one is Woolies. If you're looking for something cheaper and something unique, then you can always go to Aldi as well. Now let's go
we got
to
that.
Coles to check out the price.
Fun fact, German brand, sorry. They created Aldi.
Let's go.
First up, fruits like apple cost about $4 per kilo.
Tomato, $3.50 per kilo.
What is a kilo? 1,000 pounds?
$4.50.
And a Scotch fillet, 2 for $12 because it's on special.
Ooh, on
Chicken,
special.
$12 per kilo. Essential
Damn.
stuff like bread, $3.
You guys' food is more
And
expensive.
another essential is definitely milk. It's about $2 a liter here, depending on what kind of brand you're using.
Damn. You guys are definitely more expensive for products, that is for sure.
But I use my dairy farmers. This is not an ad, by the way. Okay, and then there's toilet paper, which I guess is essential right now. Behind me is a Coles brand at $5.50.
You guys are German's neighbors, though.
Here for $9.50, and finally behind me, the Kleenex brand at $15. I guess it all depends how rough you want it to be or how soft you want it to be. Your choice.
Snacks like chocolate for $2.50 and chips for $3.
Asia,
Apart
that'd be
from
nice.
major supermarket, you also have the Asian supermarket where you can get your.
I'm all about cheap, guys. I'm not a cheapskate for sure, but like I want a deal. Like why pay extra? Why? I don't understand. I want the best deal I can get, right?
Asian food ingredients. And also for cheaper options, you can always go to Paddy's Market in the city and Flemington Market in
Quality is
Homebush
always
for
is nice
cheaper
though
grocery
sometimes.
shopping. Now, between me and Nick, roughly we spend about $80 to $100 per week for groceries.
So you're coming down to Sydney, you definitely want to get connected either by phone or by internet. Generally, there are 3 providers that does that service: Optus, Telstra, and
I've heard of Vodafone.
If you're talking about phone, it starts from around $35 per month for about 10 to 30 gigs of data. Not unlimited, but it's still pretty good, unless you go on YouTube like us quite often. And then you've got the internet plans, which starts from around $50 per month, but that is unlimited. But my advice is always to check other non-mainstream providers, because sometimes it can be a really good deal as well. So check out like TPG, Dodo, Amazsim. They're pretty good as well. So
Okay, so $1 Australian is 73 cents in American dollar, or 0.73 American dollar. So basically the higher price that I'm hearing. Okay. So it would only be 3/4 of what, but still.
Always compare. All right, guys, let's talk about owning a car here
It's
in
under
Sydney.
the rest of the
A
world.
car can cost between $2,000 to $100,000 here in Sydney. It all depends on your budget and how much salary you earn. Now, one of the places to find the best deals is to go to carsales.com.au. You can find secondhand cars being sold over there, or you can directly go to the retailer website as well. Now, don't get me wrong, public transports are great, but I think car is one of the easiest way to
coffee.
travel around the
I wanna
outer
go
regions
now.
of Sydney. Now, we
I
own
ran
a
out of
car,
coffee.
Honda
empty.
Civic right here behind me. But of course, with owning a car, there are more costs involved, like your registration every year and your insurance as well. But let's take a look how much the fuel costs here in Sydney. So if you're talking about gas station, there are a lot of different ones here in Sydney, but big ones are like Caltex, Shell,
huh?
that has major
We have Shell.
partnership with supermarkets like Woolies and also Coles. So if you bring the docket, you can get some discount. This one behind me is Caltex, and they're doing 8 cents discount on the fuel that you're gonna purchase.
Oh,
so
liter.
you're looking at a normal car like the Honda Civic that we have. We use unleaded petrol, and you're looking at about $1.45 a little bit.
Yeah, but see, we do ours by gallons, which I think is like, I don't know, 3 or 4 liters. I'm not sure.
More expensive than what we normally pay. Usually we pay about $120 to $130. I don't know why today is really expensive. Today is Friday. And then obviously if you have a diesel car, it's about $1.20. The price varies whether you're in the city or you're outside in the country region as well. But don't get me wrong, even though you're outside in the country region, it can be kind of expensive as well.
All right, so public
Nice. Our tax is only 7 cents at the checkout though. So like you spend $100, it'll be like $107.
transportation. Now, Sydney actually got a good public transport, and we do have train, bus, light rail, and ferry. But one thing that you have to get is this Opal card, where you can put the money inside the card and just tap on and tap off.
Okay.
In terms of the prices though, for example, like one-way train ticket during peak hour up to 10 kilometers is about $3.60. But with ferry, it can cost up to like $6 or even more.
Okay.
But the good thing is during weekend, which is Saturday and Sunday, you can go around Sydney with $8.05 the whole day. So you can go all the way up to Blue Mountain and come back with that $8.05. Good value of money.
So we cover a lot of stuff there.
$8.80 a gallon. And you guys, wow, that's crazy. That's, I don't know what it is for sure here, but it's probably only like $2 or $3, maybe 3 something. It's less than $4 though. So it's less than half of what it is there. That's nuts. And we call it gas, not petrol, but I know what petrol is. I think they call it petrol in the UK as well too.
I hope it's helpful. Now I want to share you some tips and tricks to save you guys some cost.
Tips and tricks, save some money, guys.
We love it a lot. So
Everybody
we want to
likes
share
to
some
save
of the
some
things
money.
that we do. Number one is a website called
ozbargain.com.au. So
Oz Bargain, guys, if you've not heard of it, go check it out now.
this website is excellent. Whatever you want to find, any discount deals that is happening right now, just go there. From your pizza to like electronics to washing machine to hotel to accommodation to everything, flight ticket, everything.
You can get anything.
That's right. It's a really good place to find.
There you go, guys. OZ
So always check
Bargain.
out ozbargain.com.au before you purchase anything online or even from the retail shops. It's a really great place. Number two, check out the Facebook Marketplace. One of the best places to find secondhand items that are for sale around your area. And then you can also join the Facebook group of your
Everything's cheap, but they also don't pay as much too. So minimum wage is only like $7.25.
local area. So for example, if you're in North Sydney, there is a North Sydney Facebook group for buy and sell.
So number 3 is Gumtree.com.
Gumtree, guys.
This is actually a very good marketplace because you can find.
I'm gonna have to take off after this video.
Real estate, maybe your painting or your even car. So
that's right,
everything. Cars. Yeah, everything.
And you know what? This camera lens right here you're looking at, that's from Gumtree.
Yeah.
It was
Got it from
$500
Gumtree.
cheaper.
Yep.
Very good quality,
What
right?
do you mean $500 cheaper? How much did you're talking about getting deals and you said your camera lens was $500 cheaper? How much did you spend? You spent 10 grand on a camera lens? What in the world? That don't make sense to me because my camera was like 40 bucks. It probably don't have that good quality, but whatever.
Everything.
And you know what? This camera lens right here you're looking at, that's from Gumtree.
Yeah.
It was $500 cheaper.
Yep.
Very good quality, right?
Good quality? The motherfucker better be 3D for that price. What you mean, good quality? Wow.
Ching ching.
And lastly, at number 4 is Groupon. Now, Groupon is a website and also an app where you can find discounted
Old muscle
experience
cars.
and food experience. It's really
Groupon
great,
guys, go
especially
check
if
it
you're
out.
living here in Sydney.
He is
In the long
trying
run, they can
to
save you
make some
a lot
money
of
here with these
money if
ads,
you
I
just
believe.
Pay attention to some of the deals. It's
Oh,
really
and
good.
even massage and also facial.
For 50 to 60% discount.
Yes.
It's a very good deal.
Not sponsored. I hope you guys enjoyed today's
Hey, DH, take it easy,
episode.
man.
If you do enjoy this, please thumbs up and also share it to anyone who loves to
Same with my
come down
video.
to
Hit that
Sydney
like button
to
if you
basically
enjoy
live
this.
long term.
That's
Go to my channel.
Alright, guys.
Check out my other
Until next week,
videos.
We will see you guys later.
You guys will enjoy my channel if you enjoyed this because this is, you know, I got a lot of better content. I got Geography Now stuff. I got like comparison stuff, like 10 things not to do in a specific country, stuff to do in a specific country, places to visit in a specific country. So there's tons of content, and you know, so I am open to suggestions. I can't always get to everything. Literally, this channel's only been around for 2 months, growing way faster than I thought, and the comments is becoming overwhelmingly too much to even like handle at this point. So I do try to sift through them. If anything stands out, I do try to make sure that I put that on my list. So if you want a guaranteed reaction, you can always support the channel. Send a donation to the link down below or through the PayPal link that's on the link in the description of my other videos, and send a little note with it with your description. I'm going to set up a reaction suggestion page at some point. I just have to sit down and actually get it all sorted out. So I guess that's it for the day, and thank you guys for thanks for tuning in. So I will see you guys in